Well, oh, this so.
You good?
Canteen is fully functional, and patrons are reminded Football Victoria Code of Conduct rules apply.
How long have you been
Because I'm you can sit or you can stand. I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not going to be able to hear you, Finn. I'm not going to be able to hear you. I'm not going to be able to hear you through the.
Hello and welcome to CB Smith Reserve in Fawkner as Brunswick Juventus host Altona City in a vital clash in the scheme of the VPL 2 men's season. Juve sit third on the table whilst Altona are placed 7th. However, intriguingly, the two sides have both won 11 games each. Tonight's match is brought to you by OnFlow Media. I'll be calling tonight's match. My name is Finn William. Tonight's sponsor is Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market, a family-owned and operated business. Please visit Joe for all your meats and sausages. Visit Joe and the team at Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. Jamie Gazelle gets us underway with the throw. And Juve look to reset through the back.
Is this working? Welcome, Finn, to Brunswick Juventus CB Smith Reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fulvio Antonelli from hosting the commentary here with Finn tonight from OnFlow Media, and we're settled start here, Finn.
Yeah, it looks to be a real arm wrestle. Obviously, the sides are about 4 away from each other on the table, but both have won 11 games, so it looks to be quite an arm wrestle.
It's a huge 3 points up for grabs tonight. So critical, particularly for Brunswick Juventus, to get that 3 points and be in that contention for second spot that they're still obviously searching for.
Yeah, absolutely. They're third on the table, but anything can happen in a fortnight and a bit in football. So it'd be great to see Juve storm into finals and hopefully even earn themselves an automatic promotion spot in second.
Well, that's the aim. I mean, the club's aim is obviously to finish in that top 2 position, Finn, and play in the playoff if we have to, obviously. But our aim would be obviously to finish top 2, and we've got 3 weeks to do it, and we believe in it. So it starts tonight. They should be there. Corner here for Altona City. Early pressure. Cleared away from Smith. Gilboy. Finn's so reliant on Gilboy. Here he goes again. He's been so dynamic all season. But the boys are so reliant on his burst and pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Having scored 8 goals this season, he seems to have become a mainstay in the forward line for Juve, and I think he's looking dangerous already. I wouldn't be surprised if he manages to create a lot of danger in the box tonight. He's looking really sharp, as has been the case all season. And yeah, I was here a few weeks ago watching the match against Essendon Royals, and I thought even towards the end of the game he was unlucky not to find himself on the score sheet even later in that game. And
yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of, Juve have fashioned a chance here.
Oh,
ball in.
That's a goal. Yes,
oh, it's a goal.
Goal to Brunswick Juventus. Fantastic start. Great cross in from Smith. It's exactly the start we wanted, Finn. Exactly the start we wanted. Put the early pressure on.
And it's Gilboy.
Was it Gilboy?
It was Gilboy with the header.
And we were just talking about it. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about it, Finn. I mean, we should. I mean, you wouldn't write. You wouldn't read about it.
I know.
Goal scorer number 9, Lewis Gilboy. Brunswick Juventus 1, Altona City 0.
The perfect start for Brunswick Juventus. Lewis Gilboy scoring his 9th goal of the VPL 2 men's season, and as soon as we mentioned him, there he came, and he's looking extremely excited now, and he's going to look to continue to drive this Brunswick Juve forward line.
It was a beautiful whipping cross from Smith too, which right in the mixer, as they say.
Absolutely. A beautiful cross into the box, and clearance wasn't met by Altona City, and then Gilboy got the crumbs with a really powerful header in the end, and Juve look to restart from the back now. And Altona City this season have registered over 100 yellow cards as a team, so going down to an early deficit, I think that'll only make them even more frustrated, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some, hopefully not, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some challenges flying in to prevent this Juve attack.
Well, Finn, probably what you don't know is Lewis is from Liverpool, Gilboy, and his mum's a big follower, so hopefully she's watching, and she just saw her boy put that through.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, well, hello to Mother Gilboy, and yeah, she must be so proud seeing her son continue to succeed here in Victoria. That's brilliant. Altona City look to add one back, hopefully, and they've got it in the hands of their fullback. And the ball smartly shepherded back to goalkeeper Ben Nassiep for Brunswick Juventus. Just 20 years old, Ben Nassiep, and he's become a bit of a stalwart here in the squad for Brunswick Juventus, and I'm sure he's making his friends and family proud at just 20 years old. He
came in the transfer window, actually, Finn, and he's done well. He's had to step up because the Pricey, the keeper's had a few niggles. So yeah, but just 20 years old, and a big lad too.
Yeah, it's great news for him. Formerly of Kingston, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, I believe, and former Western United before that as well.
Gilboy dropping very deep on the field there to create something for Juve, and Brunswick are looking to break the lines here. Altona City not moving, but Brunswick Juve looking the more dangerous of the two. And a great ball over, and Brunswick Juve could be in again, but it's just run out. A tad that long there, but Brunswick Juve looking extremely dangerous at the moment. And Chris Steyer, Altona City's goalkeeper, will have to send them back into play. If you've just joined us, Brunswick Juventus took an early lead through Lewis Gilboy, and they lead Altona City 1-0 in just the 7th minute. So a perfect start for the CB Smith hosts as a ball's just been kicked on the field. Hopefully that can be retrieved, but a perfect start for Brunswick Juventus. The linesman will look to retrieve, and he gets his first kick of the match. Svalina with a gutsy header there in the middle, the Altona City captain, who finds himself on 3 yellow cards this season, so heading into possible playoff contention, he'd want to play his cards right if he wants to see the rest of the season out and beyond with his side. As Altona City look to counter.
Oh, jeez. Looked like a high kick, that.
Yeah.
Well, this will be the challenge for Brunswick Juventus, Finn. They've taken an early lead in most recent weeks, but just haven't been able to hold on and really, close the game out. And this will be their test now. Being 1-0 up, they can't be complacent. They've got to really push on and, try to get that second goal, get that break.
Absolutely. Yeah, just a matter of weeks ago, the match against the Royals obviously wasn't the outcome that we all wanted, but I think with players like Joshua Obina on the bench, they've definitely got the legs to make an impact late in the game, if the game hasn't already been killed off by then. Yeah,
well, we hope we hope we don't have to get to that, Finn.
Svalina taking one for the team there, copying a bit of a knock. And Jurkovic looks to restart Altona City's next move. And Davies for Altona City with a smart toe poke out to the right and allows Altona City some breathing room, and they'll look to fashion the next move through the lines now. Back at the feet of Christea, the goalkeeper. And Jurkovic looks to reset as he's done a few times this match already. And Juve defending staunchly against the left side of Altona City, and Altona City get the chance to throw in and look to get the ball in the box. And at the referee's discretion, the throw-in is finally taken, and a ball's been whipped into the Brunswick Juve defensive box and well snuffed out in a bit of a late clip. And Juve look to reset through Ben Nassiap.
You get around the grounds much, Finn? Watch much of the VPL2 football action?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah, as many games as I can. I play myself on Saturdays, so generally Friday night's the perfect night to watch some great football. And yeah, I've always enjoyed coming down to CB Smith to watch Brunswick Juve myself. And yeah,
Ooh, dangerous. Yeah, good. Good. Well, Friday night under lights, perfect night for football. Look, it's looking good at this stage, isn't it, Finn? A lot of really good attacking moves. That didn't quite work out.
No, absolutely. Yeah, the seasons, you can feel it. The seasons are kind of changing in Melbourne, and it's a little bit warmer than what the players have been used to. So obviously the ball's skidding a bit less. So I think it means for some more bobbly chances as opposed to balls kind of running away from the attackers. And Juve have capitalised perfectly off it with a brilliant ball into the box and an early goal. And they're looking really likely to break the lines again.
Poor choice of ball there from Gazelle. Smith looks on tonight. He's got a lot of energy about him, and he's linking up really well with Gilboy. So that's the obvious move there for Brunswick Juventus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're moving really well as a team, and a bit of a late challenge there, and it's not the place on the field that Juve would want to defend a free kick, but it's been given, and they'll defend accordingly. And Day being fouled there for Altona City. He's been dangerous this season. He scored last week for Altona City, and he's kicked 2 goals in 8 games, so he's definitely one that Juve would look to defend, but I'm sure they'll keep quite an eye out for him. That's the captain's Svalina lining up for Altona City. The left footer looks to deliver.
Jeez, that took a cheeky little deflection that had our goalkeeper absolutely flat-footed. So
yeah,
very lucky that didn't roll in.
Absolutely, yeah, that was quite an unpleasant deflection, but thankfully just a corner for Altona City. And
we saw Ben Nessib, he just kind of looked at it, didn't know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But defending set pieces, Finn, has been probably the Achilles heel for Brunswick Juventus, particularly in the second half of this season. So it's something that they've been working on and been very mindful of.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I guess it's a... Oh, Gilboy could be in here, speaking of.
Did very well there.
The ball's smashed over to the Faulkner Soccer Club. But yeah, as you were saying, the set pieces can either win... Set pieces can either win or lose you a game and even a season at times. I think many clubs... Oh, a very smart reverse ball here. And it's cut back.
This is a chance.
To the feet. Crossed in.
Oh, jeez.
Gilboy! Oh, cleared. Oh, and Altona City on the other end.
Altona's
They're on a break.
Absolutely out here.
Oh, and well defended. Very well defended there by Juve.
Yeah, very, very lucky too. Altona were completely out on the right-hand side.
Absolutely.
Probably should have taken a bit more advantage of that. But it's end-to-end stuff at the moment.
Absolutely. And speaking of, Juve have found themselves in there, attacking third again.
Our Japanese import had a great season so far. Tatagi. Gazelle. Oof. Heavy touch.
And Gazelle does well there. And that's the third challenge.
Won the ball,
third intercept in a minute.
The second efforts are fantastic at the moment.
Absolutely.
The work rate is certainly up, Finn.
Gilboy! Oh, shots off the crossbar!
Absolute fire bullet. What a shot.
And the ball is cleared onto the synthetic. And Lewis Gilboy is on fire and is just
looking at it now on the replay.
Broken the crossbar there.
And, I mean, he's 30 yards out. I mean, that is a cracking shot. How did that not go in? Wow. Well, he's certainly on, Lewis. He's certainly on tonight.
Absolutely. And Brunswick Juve have found themselves with a corner. So really testy times for Altona City here. And hopefully Brunswick Juventus can capitalise on this brilliant football that they're playing so far.
Oh, chance.
Danger averted for now for Altona City with a wayward header from Simeoi, but Brunswick Juventus looking the more dangerous at the moment, and I think Altona City look a bit stunned, and I think obviously a well-balanced side, Altona City, but so far we haven't seen any particular attacking threat from them, but from Juve, I think all six in the attacking half of the field, even the defenders as well. Jamie Gazelle with about 4 intercepts already. I think Brunswick are looking a lot more lively at the moment.
Well, the attacking players are certainly coming via Smith and Gilboy. And like I mentioned it just before, they're linking up very, very well at the moment.
Now City look to switch it, and it's a smart ball.
Oh, no. Almost through.
Very nearly, but now Brunswick Juve look to counter. And it's end-to-end stuff at the moment. There's not much going on in either midfield. It's just end-to-end right now. And Juve look to break the lines, and it's well snuffed out by Altona City. But they're firing awkward passes into each other, and Brunswick City find themselves on the ball again, and they'll look to reload.
Lovick, good touch.
Or he'll be a 50-50. And he's done well, although Altona City are through.
Oh, he's clipped him. That's certainly a yellow. Yeah, ref's he's gonna punish that. Aresti certainly gave him a clip. He can argue as much as he wants there, but it was there.
Yeah, definitely. It probably wasn't a whole lot in it, but I guess if you stop someone in their tracks, it'll always, unfortunately, equate in yellow. But yeah, not to worry for Brunswick Juve at the moment. They're playing very dangerous football at the moment, but Altona City looking to reassess from a set piece now. Ball's whipped into the middle. And very well taken by Ben Nassiep. I was watching Ben Nassiep in the warm-up, and he was catching absolutely everything. He was extremely clean in the warm-up, and I guess perfect practice makes perfect, as the great Ron Barassi once said, and Nassiep certainly was training very well, and I'm sure you would have seen him train more than I have, but he's definitely...
Well, he certainly didn't kick that ball like Ron Barassi, so
yeah.
We need him to improve that kicking. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, he's a big lad, and he's certainly fantastic above his head. But he's got to be better than that. You can't just be giving the ball straight back to him, Finn. We just can't afford that. So, work too hard to give the ball straight back. But we look really, really solid in the back 3 and 4. Smith again, Gilboy. A lot of movement from this right-hand side, if you've noticed, Finn.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the skipper, Nicky Simeoi.
Absolutely. Oh, bit awkward there, but Ren finds himself on the ball again. Yeah, I think Jamie Gazelle's been really lively on the right. He's now in the middle of the park, but obviously he's been operating as somewhat of a right back tonight, but he's extremely dangerous, and Gilboy's done extremely well, and he finds himself in a 2-on-2, but he breaks both of them and plays a slick ball that turns on. Oh, and well defended, and Brunswick Juventus have another corner here at CB Smith.
And it's those two again, Lewis Gilboy, Smith. They're certainly on tonight.
Absolutely. Juve with a couple of vacant players on the edge of the box, and I dare say they're going to dart in, and one already has in Dimi Paraskos, and the ball swung in but cleared out, and Gilboy goes to chase as he does so often, and a slick pass back, and the ball's crossed in, but to no avail, and Altona City will look to reboot from the back, but Brunswick Juventus absolutely everywhere in the first 20 minutes, and definitely with the upper hand at the moment. Tonight's match is brought to you by Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market, a family-owned and operated business for all your range of quality meats and sausages. And please visit Joe and the team at Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. And it's a fantastic business, and we're very lucky to be brought to you by them tonight.
Yeah, absolute quality. Frank's one of the does a fair bit of the work there, and just tell him Fulvio sent you, and he'll certainly look after you. But some of the best Scotch fillets and T-bones going around, Finn, let me tell you.
Wow, I'll have to get down. I haven't visited yet, but definitely upon hearing of it, I'll definitely go down to Joe's at Preston Market as soon as possible. Jamie Gazelle open on this right back area if they can find him, and they have, and it's been very dangerous so far, but he'll go back to Ben Nassiep for Brunswick Juventus, who will reload. And a great send from Ben Nassiep, much better than his punt before, but he looks to have his confidence back. And Jamie Gazelle giving away a throw there, but a bit unlucky not to have been called for a push in the back. He was floored, but meanwhile in Altona City, man finds himself on the floor.
21 minutes past. It's been played at a frenetic pace so far, this match. It'll be interesting to see how it settles, because you can't see it being played at this tempo for the whole match. Can you, Finn?
No, definitely not. Bit of danger here for Altona City.
Oh, jeez.
And another turnover. The captain looks to shield, and he finds his left back for now, but it's just another turnover for Altona City. And a big push.
Absolute hands in the back there. Yep, ref called it. Well done, ref.
Yeah.
And kicked the ball away.
A blatant push there by Altona, and yeah, believe it or not, as a team, they've racked up over 100 yellow cards.
Is that right?
Yeah, and they're currently on 6 players on 3 or more yellows. So going into what they would
100 yellows, really?
Yeah, as a squad, and
it's not a stat that you should be proud of, would you?
I know. Yeah, definitely not.
Incredible, 100 yellows.
Yeah, but just very dangerous for those players who would hope to be featuring in the finals for Altona City. But thankfully,
how many reds, Finn?
I didn't add them all up, but there was one player who had accumulated about 3 or 4. So I think,
FFV
thankfully
would love that. They love racking in the fines for the Reds.
Absolutely. But Altona City with a shifty ball across now. But yeah, thankfully Brunswick Juventus aren't in the same vein, and Gilboy in a one-on-one, and he's been thrown to the ground, but nothing doing according to the ref. And Altona City look to reboot. Gazelle with some good pressure, but Altona City look to go through the middle, and Gilboy gives chase.
Not just hands fell to the ground, but I thought look at that.
Oh, Gilboy could be in.
He's absolutely on here.
Oh, and that's gone out for a corner for Brunswick Juventus, and big danger averted there for Altona City. But yeah, Gilboy absolutely flattened earlier in that play, and surprised to not see a free kick. But Brunswick Juventus, to their credit, kept going and created a turnover, and another chance for Gilboy, who's absolutely on fire thus far, and he's looking extremely fast. I feel like he's given them so much firepower going forward in the last 6 weeks or so, for Brunswick Juventus in particular. It's a crowded box at CB Smith, and the ball's been really well whipped in. Falls to the edge. And Altona City clear, and it's a foot race now. but very well negotiated by the Brunswick Juventus defender. And Aresti, brilliant there, and Nasiep finds it, and he can reset.
Aresti did very well then, very clean.
Absolutely.
And even once again now, that's nice.
And he's marauding through the back line. Yeah, a brilliant minute of play by Aresti, and Brunswick Juve keep it in, and they're just looking a lot more creative, a lot more dangerous, and a lot faster at the moment than Altona City, and they're making their home ground a fortress tonight. I heard them mention that in the warm-up, and they've definitely made it feel that way. And obviously, it's the crunch time in the season, but Juve definitely paying homage to the home ground advantage. And, that could be a foul as well, but nothing going, and some hands
Connor
around the neck.
That's we picked up Connor in the window, and he's one definitely, Finn, that we want a little bit more out of. So we probably need a little bit more out of Connor on that left-hand side. And he came to us from actually Altona Magic, not Altona City, but the opposition in Altona. So he'd be keen to put his mark on tonight's match.
We're going to need another ball here, and it's been retrieved by a fan. Yeah, not the first time a ball's been sent into the car park, but I think it's a good thing for Juventus, as they've just been so dangerous that Altona have been forced into booting it over the fence. But Altona will look to reset, but at the moment they just can't escape this Brunswick Juventus pressure that they're applying. It's been brilliant so far. Juventus looking to use the ball through the middle now.
Good ball.
Great ball and a great turn.
Ball. Lockie. Takagi. No. Didn't quite connect.
Luka Jovic with some great pressure, and it could be another turnover here, and it almost is.
Oh, he's got clipped.
A bit of a late challenge there. And it's been paid, absolutely.
He's called it. He had to call it.
And the question is, will this be a Gilboy special? I can't tell who's going to take this kick, but it's probably a bit out of shooting range. But the way Gilboy's going today, I'd be surprised if he didn't have a ping, but he looks uninterested.
Yeah, it'd be a very ambitious shot to have from there. Looks like Lovic is taken ownership of this one. And I think what we'll find here is he'll just chip it into the box and hope for a nice deflection. No, playing it wide. Poor ball.
Cleared for Altona City, and they find themselves in a one-on-one, and it's very well done by Luka Jovic. Gazelle back to Jovic. Smart play, but it's intercepted, and Gazelle finds it again.
Lost a couple of balls there, Gazelle. Not trying to be critical, but a couple of loose balls there that Gazelle probably should have cleaned up. And now we find ourselves on the back foot, giving away a free kick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly don't want that. We've got to keep that pressure on. It's still only one goal in this.
A throw in for City as they look to bounce back, but yeah, it looks a bit all over the shop at the moment for Altona City, thanks to some brilliant play by Brunswick Juventus, and they've just been relentless, Juventus, so far with the intercepts, and those intercepts have transferred into really smart counter-attacks. Ball thrown into the box and to the grateful hands of Nasiep, and he looks to start up another attack. Ball out. Well, someone's hit.
What's happening?
Something's happened behind play here, and the referee's going straight to the linesman to see what's happened, and the Brunswick Juventus defender's also appealing, and something's happened behind play. I wouldn't be surprised here with the amount of yellow cards that Altona City have received, and I can't see who that is at the moment for Brunswick Juventus, but I wouldn't be surprised if he may have copped a stray.
Well, the ref's talking to the linesman there, and they're certainly not talking about their preferred cup of tea. They're talking about something there something's been said. And
the ref is...
Well, he's come back.
He's making a beeline now to the middle, and I think he may have made up his mind, but he's finding the culprit.
Well, we sit here in suspense, waiting what's going to happen, and he's pulling out a card. That's another yellow. So that makes it 100 and what?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I'd have to double check at half time, but definitely well over 110 now, and it's Jurkovic for Altona City, who thankfully isn't in my notebook of notable yellows so far. So he's avoided a suspension, obviously, but yeah, obviously not adding, you know, it's not a good look for Altona, who have currently, they're in the naughty book, so to speak, for Football Victoria's yellow card and red card registry this season, but more so probably worried about the welfare now of this Brunswick Juventus player who's still on the ground, and no physiotherapist out there so far, but hopefully the ref can usher them in soon. But Altona City probably, unfortunately, they're probably quite relieved about this short break, because Brunswick Juventus have been all over them, and Juve have certainly lit up CB Smith so far, thanks to a beautiful Gilboy strike early on in the match, and Nasiep looks to restart Brunswick Juventus' next move.
Well, he's almost stopped play for about 4 minutes there. So, I mean, we're obviously going to get 4 minutes of additional time, but very odd, very odd. Still don't know exactly what happened.
And that'll be a Juventus throw-in. And Jamie Gazelle, the former Altona City man, will look to throw it back in for Juventus as they look to maintain possession. Good pressure there by Rin Takagi, formerly of Westvale Olympic, and he helped them get promoted last season in State League 2 Northwest, and Westvale Olympic now, thanks to the work of Rin for getting them there in the first place, but they look almost primed for a promotion from State League 1 Northwest, but definitely Rin Takagi was a major player for Westvale last season. I'm sure everyone at Brunswick Juventus would be over the moon to have him in their squad. He's an electric player, and hopefully he can find himself dangerous tonight as well.
Yeah, so Westvale Olympic, one of our lads actually transferred there in the window, so we wish them all the very best. But we certainly hope we don't meet them next year, because we certainly hope to be promoted ourselves.
Absolutely. And the captain for Altona City is dispossessed, and...
Oh, ref. Jeez.
Oh.
Looked like a 50-50 to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he got away with one there, the Altona City captain, and yeah, it was surely a turnover for Juve, but anyway, I'm sure there'll be many more to come, and there has been one now, and another turnover though from Gazelle.
Yeah.
However, intercepts
it just needs
again.
to be a bit cleaner, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Oh, 50-50 there, quite awkward, and Gilboy's floored, but the keeper's forced to almost send it out of bounds, and Altona City will look to calm things down. Oh, it's an awkward area of the pitch, excuse me, and the captain finds himself back. It's a scrappy.
Great pressure here from Brunswick Juventus, saying that they give away a
absolutely. Yeah, Altona City skating on very thin ice at the moment, but through their goalkeeper, they'll look to relieve the pressure for now. Well cleared by Gazelle. And there's a bit of an arm wrestle on the boundary line, and...
Oh, jeez. Fans are getting frustrated, Finn. They're not happy with a couple of these calls. There's a couple of there, in my opinion, they seem to be just 50-50 body contact collisions, but hey, what do I know?
No, I agree, definitely. I think Altona City have been definitely got the rub of the green so far with a few of these calls, but I guess in an arm wrestle like this, there's bound to be some of these kind of contentious calls, and unfortunately Juve have been on the receiving end, but obviously with the scoreboard lead, they are currently on top at the moment. 35 minutes played at CB Smith, and Brunswick Juve have been everywhere so far, and definitely with a deserving lead. And a bit of a crunching challenge there, and the ball's out for an Altona City throw-in, and it rolls away and hits both VOs. Rin Takagi, number 25 for Brunswick Juventus, has kicked 4 goals this season, and he's been absolutely massive for the Brunswick Juventus side thus far, obviously helping Westvale Olympic gain promotion to State League 1 Northwest last season, as Gazelle throws it in quickly, and Gilboy controls, but it's snuffed out by the Altona City defender, and Brunswick Juve look to relaunch. But as I was saying, Rin Takagi, crucial in Westvale's promotion last season, and then hopefully, very hopefully for Brunswick Juventus' sake, crucial in their push for promotion and finals, if not both. It's a great cross in, and oh! Very dangerous by Brunswick Juventus there, and another great cross, and it's Lachlan Smith who has crossed. It's been 2 dangerous crosses by him so far now, and he's been great so far, I've thought.
Yeah, Lockie's had a great start to the match. Whipped in that first one that created that goal, and he just looks very dynamic at the moment. And they're very dangerous in that final third, but they would love to be at least one more goal up, Finn, at this point. Only 1 goal separates the 2 teams at this stage.
Absolutely. Ball sent into the night sky, and Altona City looked to break, and a smart ball by their captain, but thankfully for Juve, the ball trundles out of bounds, and Juve can get things started again.
So Finn, tell us where's Alex tonight? He's got a bit of man flu. What's happened with Alex?
Oh, I'm not sure, to be honest. To be brutally honest with you,
we just love stirring each other up.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah, he's the first to give it out. So he's probably at home, snuggled up on the couch, watching the broadcast, pretending that he's got man flu. Anyway, if you do, Alex, all the best. Hope you get better.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry to hear that, Alex, and yeah, sending you our thoughts. Yeah, I was unaware that Alex was unwell, but yeah, sending our thoughts to Alex. And Alex reminded me this week, but obviously I'd love to emphasise Joe's Quality Corner again at Preston Market. Obviously a family-owned and operated business. For all your range of meats and sausages, please visit Joe and the team at Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. And that just reminded me again, obviously sending our thoughts to Alex, but Alex obviously a great supporter as well of Joe's Quality Corner, and obviously on On-Flow Media, and Brunswick Juventus would like to, yeah.
And all our sponsors, Finn. We can't make it happen without our great sponsors. Front of shirt sponsors, Mirabella International been front of shirt sponsor for this club since the 60s, so it's incredible tenure. Carmignani and Allstone Memorials, C3 Construction, Crow Cams with Morris Bellasoni and Peter Bellasoni, who've been around the club for generations. It's these kind of sponsors that are the heart and soul of the club, and that's what we do it for every week. So we thank them.
Absolutely. And another ball on the pitch now. It's the second time, but an Altona City player will boot it off, and Altona look to restart.
Bit of a lull period in this match, the last few minutes.
Well, there's been something else behind the ball here for Brunswick Juve, and there's a player down. I can't quite see at the moment, but another off-the-ball incident. But obviously, they're back on their feet now. But yeah, something to keep an eye out on.
Just a big thank you to those that have tuned in and are watching the live broadcast. We appreciate your viewing here on a Friday night. 1-0 so far to the good of Brunswick Juventus. Plenty of chances so far in the match. Could be a couple up at this stage, but not to be. So plenty to play for, particularly for Altona as well. They'd be probably happy going into the break. Only a goal down, and they've got a big chance here. I mean, our keeper, Ben Napsy, hasn't really had much to do, has he, Finn?
No, definitely not. Yeah, he hasn't really had many things to save at the moment. But obviously an awkward free kick took a wicked deflection before, but thankfully that went out for a corner. But yeah, no, Nasiep's been very, very strong when he's had to be, but thankfully hasn't had to face too much right now. And Brunswick could be through, and it's cleared out for now. Bit of a late challenge there, and as we've seen so far, the ref he'll probably pull these up, and that's a little bit stiff there. Rin Takagi disposing of the ball after the foul was called, and Rin sees yellow, and obviously he's not someone that's always in the referee's book. He's generally a very fair and square player, but yeah, a bit unlucky to get a yellow there from some of the fouls we've seen so far. I think a yellow card for a late sending of the ball is probably a bit harsh, but what do I know? And Brunswick Juve look to counter, and here's Smith. With that
heavy touch from Smith, unfortunately, but it's great to see him trying to take the game on. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. Looking extremely dangerous is Smith, number 17 of Juventus, and I'm sure it's not the first we'll see of him tonight. But yeah, even though the touch may have been a bit heavy, definitely you can see that he's trying to beat his man, which is excellent, and not something we've seen too much tonight, but obviously if he can maraud forward and either whip those deadly balls in or find himself in the box, I think Juve can definitely go 2 up. Takagi
nice
to Smith.
Yeah, ref let play on there, and you just would have thought that the sensible thing to do would to call the free kick. He's had a good game so far, the captain for Altona. Looks pretty solid back there. Haven't seen much, don't know much about him, but he's clearly offside. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Spolina's been dangerous for Altona City, but he's got his work cut out for him. I think his side's more under the pump than what they would hope to be so far. But yes, Spolina's been very sturdy so far. Now Brunswick Juventus look to formulate another attack before the half is over.
A few more minutes left in the half, but you'd suspect a bit of time on with that large break that we had before.
Absolutely.
So that's Connor O'Keefe. We'd like to see a bit more coming from that side, definitely.
Yeah, been somewhat quiet on the left wing there, but hopefully in the second half, there can be some more one-on-ones to be had. And
great hustle there.
Absolutely, a good turnover here in Brunswick Juventus.
Good ball. He's off.
And Takagi offside. But very positive stuff for Juventus. They've now finished the half as they've started it. There was a bit of a null and void patch, but they seem to have got their feet again, and it's another dangerous opportunity for them. Well-timed challenge there by the Juve man, and Juventus defends staunchly, and Altona City have a throw-in. The arm wrestle continues, obviously differentiated by ladder position, but united in wins. And I think a big thing for Brunswick Juventus has been their ability to stay in games and also fight back from deficits. And obviously they've drawn 8 matches this season, which is a credit to their desire, and obviously not
well done. Great challenge. That's brilliant. Very strong challenge there. Oh, it's a bit ambitious there from Tatagi, but it was a beautiful connecting play there from the Brunswick Juventus players, Smith, Tatagi.
Yeah, Theodore Aresti looking extremely dangerous, and he finds himself, or when he sent a very dangerous ball forward now for Juve, and it's dealt with well. But yeah, Theodore Aresti playing fantastically this first half, I've thought. Altona City looked about now, and it's intercepted by that man as we speak of him, Theodore Aresti, and he looks to maraud through the centre, and he's got a few options.
It was a poor option. It was a poor option. He had Smith all by himself.
Altona City could be through, and it's Gazelle with a very thankful hip, and
it was unnecessary, Finn. I mean, he had Smith right here on the right-hand side, completely vacant, and he played that through ball. Just didn't make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he aimed for the target man, but I think the wingers were more vacant. Absolutely, you're right. And
lucky that Altona didn't take more advantage of that.
Absolutely. Ball whipped in, and it's well cleared by Juve, and they've done extremely well. They go out to defend again, and they've Gazelle for a second time in a matter of moments, and they've won themselves a goal kick. And
we're a minute into extra time. I'm not sure. Did we see how many minutes got called?
I didn't catch it though, to be honest.
I don't know if any of the viewers out there caught it. If you can, just message us in and let us know. But we certainly didn't catch how many minutes of extra time.
Yeah, it must have been a brief showing, but yeah, I'd say hopefully at least 3, definitely with the stoppages we've had. But the more the merrier for Brunswick Juventus, as they're looking extremely dangerous, and I think they definitely deserve to go in 2 up, but we'll see what happens in these last few moments. The left foot of Ben Nassiep looking to get Brunswick Juventus going again, and a free header for the Altona City captain, and a foul given away in Altona City.
You certainly don't want to concede a goal at this late stage of the first half.
Oh, and an awkward back pass there for Altona City, and Smith's doing an excellent job to get over there and has done well. And the captain of Altona City takes a bit of a heavy touch, but it's worked out, and he finds himself on the ball again, and he's broken through.
He's been their best player.
Absolutely.
He's had a great first half, very solid.
Altona City continue the attack, and they find it on the right wing. An overlapping run, and it's gone out for a corner.
Goalkeeper corner.
It looked like a goal kick to me, but they've given a corner.
Yeah, it did. It's a corner, certainly a corner. And again, Brunswick Juventus would certainly not want to concede this late. Almost 3 minutes into stoppage time. Very important that they hold on here.
Ball whipped in and well negotiated by Juventus, and they've got a free kick for their troubles, and danger averted.
Free kick, but well cleared as well from Lovic. And that's interesting, only three and a half minutes of extra time. So half-time here at CB Smith Reserve. It's the home team, Brunswick Juventus 1 and Altona City 0. Thanks for watching the first half. We'll be back shortly for all the second half action. It's hard to talk for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just need a break and I can go, hey, I think I was on the right hand side. going to take over in the second half. Can't wait out of here. That's all right.
Welcome back to CB Smith Reserve here on a slightly muggier than expected night here in Fawkner at CB Smith, home of Brunswick Juventus FC, and play set to resume shortly. And Juventus with a great start to the match and a great early goal by Gilboy. And we're underway again. And Aresti with a long ball, but to the thankful hands of the Altona City goalkeeper. And if you've just joined us, or if you've joined us at the halftime break, Brunswick Juventus took the lead through a fantastic goal at the start from Lewis Gilboy, who scored his 9th goal of the VPL 2 men's campaign for Brunswick Juventus. And Juventus were, I should say, everywhere at the start, and they finished the half that way as well, and deservingly went into the halftime break 1-0 up. And it could have been more. Altona City looking to formulate something here. Well defended there by Brunswick Juve. Again, I'd like to reiterate our appreciation for Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. A family-owned and operated business, and for all your range of quality meats and sausages, please visit Joe and the team at Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. And Brunswick Juventus have been the better of the two sides so far, and hopefully more goals to come, and they definitely have the firepower on the bench as well in Joshua Obina and co to assist them in putting some more scoreboard pressure on Altona City. Interestingly enough, the two sides are 3rd and 7th on the table. Brunswick Juventus in front, but both sides have won 11 games apiece. But Brunswick Juventus with some excellent results. And Altona City now looking to get things going again in the defensive half. Yeah, both sides on 11 wins apiece this VPL2 season, but 8 draws for Juve have seen them climb up the ladder, and definitely a very resilient bunch. And another opportunity here for the side as it's cushioned down and cleared for now by Altona. And a wayward kick. Oh, and a big collision. But that was brilliant by Theodore Aresti, and he's won himself a deserved free kick there. He's put his body on the line for the team, and Theodore Aresti's been absolutely brilliant so far tonight, and he's just definitely put his body on the line for the side just now. And joining me now for the second half, we have Joe Sala of Brunswick Juventus. And welcome, Joe. And what have you made of the match so far?
Well, thank you, Finn. Yes, it's been entertaining, quite two-way, I think. I don't think either side's dominated as much. The Zebras will be thankful for the scored goal, but Altona's certainly proving that they're worthy opponents tonight. Very important game for both teams, really.
Absolutely, yeah, but thankfully Juventus have capitalised from a brilliant early strike from Gilboy, and he almost scored again. It was very unlucky to not go in off the upright, but danger averted.
Rocked the crossbar with some lovely build-up play too, so capable of that, Lewis Gilboy.
Oh, and a smart ball, and Gilboy could be in here. It's Gilboy. Cuts it back. It's a goal for Juventus.
Connor O'Keefe scores.
Goal for Connor O'Keefe and an assist by Lewis Gilboy, and Brunswick Juventus 2, Altona City 0.
Goal, Brunswick Juventus. Goal scorer number 19, Connor O'Keefe. Brunswick Juventus 2, Altona City 0.
And it's amazing what a half-time break can do. In the previous half, Flavio mentioned that we hadn't seen too much of the goal scorer then in the first half, but he's definitely...
Well, it was unselfish play by Lewis Gilboy. He could have had a direct shot. He was close enough to... And he scored plenty of angle goals during the season, Gilboy, but out of the corner of his eye, he's made a lovely run, Connor O'Keefe. Come in late. Defenders hate that when players arrive late to the ball because the timing's on. So, lovely goal, and his first one to get him off the mark in black and white colours.
Juve intercepting here, and smart ball out to the right, but snuffed out by Altona City, and they look to counter. But Brunswick Juventus with an absolutely deserved second goal, and yeah, if it wasn't going to come in that first half, I think it's no surprise that the men in black and white have opened the scoring in the second, and just like they did in that first half, they've just gone all guns blazing, and it's been very pleasing to see for the side.
Come out breathing some fire, which is not unexpected with the run home, as tight as it is.
And 50-50 in the middle of the park, and Brunswick Juventus come out on top, and Theodore Aresti looking to restart the next counter, and it's a great ball, and it's got the Altona City defenders stumbling, but Altona find their feet and manage to avert danger for now.
So far, Theo Aresti missed him for a couple of weeks, as serving suspension, but he's showed tonight why he's usually the first name, one of the first names on the sheet.
Altona City now looking to make a run, and looks to be offside, and it's been called, and well negotiated by Brunswick Juventus there, holding a very solid line, and Altona just haven't been able to find the gap yet.
Shouldn't be underestimated though, Finn. They've scored plenty of goals themselves. They've also conceded more than Brunswick Juventus, but these games not to be taken for granted.
Absolutely, the race for promotion and also the race for playoffs is heating up at the moment. And Altona City looking to... Well, there's a dangerous ball across, but it's well negotiated by the Juve defender there in Simeoi, and Brunswick look to reload. Ball out to the right, finds Lamb.
Pushing hard to get back into the game, Finn, Altona, which will leave some gaps at the back that hopefully Brunswick Juventus could exploit.
Absolutely.
Been on tonight, Gilboy. Lovely feet. Bit harsh done by looking around, nothing doing, says the referee.
Oh, play on apparently. He looked to have been clipped, but yeah, what am I to know? But Altona City now finding themselves in the final third, and a ball comes across, but it's well dealt with.
Skipper in the right place again, Finn.
And a great challenge, and it's that man again, Gilboy, in a foot race. It's a one-on-one, and he's got help on his right if he needs it. Oh, and he's been brought down, and that's another yellow card for Altona.
It's a little bit unceremoniously there, that definitely deserve a card.
And Altona, the yellow cards just keep coming. I was mentioning to our predecessor in the commentary box. Yep. Yeah, they're almost up to the 115 mark as a team for yellow cards. So they've got a lot of players skating on thin ice if they want to play playoffs.
Yeah, all those things are considerations. I'm sure the coaching staff probably rather not, but it does happen in a football match, and especially as something as competitive as this one tonight. A lot on the line for both teams, just to keep the momentum up.
I'm surprised Gilboy hasn't been the taker of these free kicks so far, but I guess horses for courses, but obviously they have their trust in another one at the moment.
It's varied on occasions.
Shot comes in, and it's just over the bar.
Not a bad strike, just a fraction too high from Lockie Smith there.
Takagi with some good pressure, and Altona City cough it up, and Brunswick Juventus have won themselves a throw-in. And Rin Takagi, obviously a priceless pickup from Westvale Olympic in the off-season, and he seems to have certainly made his mark with 4 goals this season so far, and I'm sure that everyone at Brunswick would be very pleased to have him on their side now.
Yeah, he's been asked to do a pivot role up front, and he's done it quite well. He's arrived late for his goals. His goals have been some classics. And his experience is invaluable.
He's intercepted the ball there as we speak about him, Takagi, and a great touch there on the line by Gazelle, and Altona City look to...
Well, you're right there, and that's why you can't buy that sort of experience. He's run 150 metres to retrieve a ball.
Oh, and a great turn of pace now, and Brunswick could be in. Gilboy on the left now, with some great work from Smith, and Gilboy in a one-on-one. A step over, cuts to the left, shoots. Oh!
Just wide to the right-hand side.
Oh, he's on fire tonight, Gilboy.
Yeah, not going to left guessing whether he's going to strike it or not. Might have had a brace, little luck in his first half. In the first half there, he's hit the crossbar, but
yeah, that assist he got, you know, it's one of those selfless team acts, and I'm sure that it's something that the coach won't forget for a long time to come. And obviously,
yeah, I think all gaffers would like to see the net bulge rather than risk anything. So their great assists are very valuable.
Oh, and Altona with a chance for themselves here on the left, and it's very well defended there. And it's Aresti again, who's been excellent tonight, and he seems to have become a fan favourite at the club, and obviously he's put his body on the line for the team as well.
Yeah, very much so. He's I wouldn't say he's overly blessed with pace, but what he does do is he can read the ball, and does definitely have control of the ball in whatever position he's in. So can see a pass. As I say, he's missed the last couple of weeks through suspension, and first back onto the sheet. As has this man, Lukalovich, so the Irishman, instrumental in this year's successes so far.
Smart reverse ball to Smith. Oh, great layoff.
Oh, yes.
And, the ball snuffed out, but it could have been Gazelle at the far side. But a really well-worked piece of play by Juve, and I'm sure that would please yourself.
Yeah, there was a training ground drill there, I could see. But just that last ball probably didn't have the pace on it to get to Jamie Gazelle there. Otherwise, it was brilliant build-up. Lads are playing with a bit of a free-flowing cavalier attitude at the moment. But having said that, defensively quite strong.
A good whip in, danger averted for Altona City, but Gazelle can help the side get back into the box. Reverse pass for Takagi, and a bit too much there, and it's going to be a goal kick for Altona City. But I was watching the warm-up before the game, and I noticed that Altona City seemed to have a very confined warm-up, but I noticed that Juve had taken up most of the half side of the pitch, and they seem to be doing some passing drills, which definitely explored kind of finding space, and I found that quite impressive myself. Yeah,
it's a big ground, and you've got to really spray the ball about, but actually get there to make it work.
They definitely have the personnel, and they've been running amply so far. And even ones that you mentioned, like Theodore Aresti, obviously he doesn't, as such, have the blistering pace of Gilboy as such, but in another life, it seems though he's been a centre attacking midfielder of sorts. He's got great technique, and I've noticed that seems a bit of an unorthodox centre back, but I guess if you can defend staunchly as he does, he'd be a priceless defender.
He does, and his mastery of controlling the ball is what gives him the edge. His ability to read the play plus hold it on at all times. A bit clumsy by both players, but the Altona player gets the grief there. Just while we're on a bit of a lull, just a big shout out and a cheerio to past President Peter Bellasoni, who's doing a little stint in hospital just to get things A-OK. Hope you're doing well, Pete, and enjoying the broadcast. I know you're watching. Today's game brought to you by Joe's Quality Meats, proud sponsors of Brunswick Juventus Football Club, and the pictures and the words are coming via Joe's Quality Meats at Preston Market.
A great turn there by Luka Jovic, and he finds that left winger, and he's dangerous now, and danger averted at the moment, but Connor O'Keefe looking very lively this second half.
A goal will do that for you, Finn. Confidence is one of those things, and looks like a substitution being made here. Could be a double substitution. Urbina and Sanchez by the looks of it. Lockie Smith going to make way for Josh Urbina. Lockie Smith, and didn't quite see. The second one looks like Paraskos making way for young Felipe Sanchez.
Josh Urbina, obviously not the result that we're after last week, but he seemed to be very lively last week, Josh Urbina, I thought, so I was surprised to see him not starting tonight.
Yeah, he did. The game changed when he came past. I guess the gaffer's got to look at how the game's going to flow in his mind, and appropriately when the changes need to be made and who's the best to do that.
Oh, and a turnover here, and Gilboy. Gilboy's one-on-one. Oh, and Gilboy's may have lost his footing there, but...
Yeah, I think he's just slipped over at the wrong time.
Altona
Altona
City
here, got a man spare on the right-hand side. If the ball gets to him, the skipper cleans it up. Ooh. Young Ben Nassib with an uncharacteristic swipe at the ball, resulting in a gratis corner for Altona City. Not what the doctor ordered, but nonetheless.
Double change coming here for Altona City, and coming off Davies, who's definitely had his work cut out for him tonight. He's probably didn't... We never know, but he may not have anticipated such a early onslaught by Juventus, and also Ramsey coming off as well, who couldn't add to his 3-goal campaign this season, but Ramsey makes way, as does Davies, and coming on is Yuzevski for Altona City. Ball swung in, and it's parried away by keeper Ben Nassiep, and danger averted for now, but Ben Nassiep did well to keep his feet there. I think he had a few...
Didn't get too much purchase on the ball, but just enough to get it out of harm's way.
And Urbina now. Oh, it does very well. Josh Urbina. He slithered through 2 men who were attempting to foul him, and he's done very well, and he's overlapping here now, and it's a corner for Brunswick Juventus, and Josh Urbina, an instant impact, as he seems to have been last week, just marauding through 2 oncoming players, and obviously formerly of Melbourne Victory and Preston Lions. Josh, obviously a very talented young player, and I'm sure you guys would be very glad to have him on your side.
Very skillful and knows what to do, and as I say, the gaffer's probably highlighted some of his best capabilities, and thus uses him in the manner that is more beneficial to the team.
Good ball comes in, and it's a goal for Brunswick Juventus.
I'm not quite sure who that is doing the tumbles. Could be Theo Oresti.
Oh, it seemed a bit more mobile than Theo Oresti doing that celebration. I have a feeling it could be Simioi.
Maybe.
We'll have to have a look at our replay. And it's number 5. It's Nicola Simioi for Brunswick Juventus with a fantastic goal.
Goal Brunswick Juventus. Goal scorer number 5, skipper Nicholas Simeoy. Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 0.
That's a leader's goal, Finn. It's the right time. Try to put the game to bed. We look across the other side of the metropolitan area and we find that Eltham is 1-0 up against Springvale at the moment. So a long way to go in that game still.
Wow, that's
important. Another important.
Oh, and it's that man Simeoy, the goal scorer, just very well negotiated by him there. And oh, there's a turnover now, and Altona City could be in. It's cut in, and he's fouled, and it's a penalty for Altona City. And Theodore Aresti and co won't like that, but they're going to, unfortunately, their appeals may fall on deaf ears as Altona City have a penalty. And
looked like a trailing foot there, and obviously collected him.
And it's Lamb for Altona City who's created the penalty, and it's going to be Ben Bowler who will step up to take the spot kick. And this will be a test for young Ben Nassiep, obviously making his friends and family proud at just 20 years old, I'm sure. But let's see what he's got in the big sticks here. But obviously, being 3 goals to the good, thankfully, it's probably not
Look, he's
not
trained,
all against him.
He's trained well, the young man, all the last few weeks and earned his start. Just let's see how it pans out for him.
Bowler against Nassiep. Bowler steps up. And it's a goal for Altona City, and Bowler scores his 4th goal of the campaign, and it's now Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 1.
Goal Altona City, goal scorer number 6, Benjamin Bowler. Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 1.
Went the right way, but just at the wrong height for the young man. That's about sums up our game of football. Things can happen really quickly. Second ball to Garkey. Finds O'Connor out wide on the left. Connor O'Keefe. And we turn it over, and as Altona City go forward with Bowler. Doesn't quite get the pass right, and it sprays out. Just in front of the land track side. Tonight's game brought to you by Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. Best meats in the northern suburbs. Tramontana throws it in. Gilboy. Scramble with Kundari. Been challenges and he's given away a free kick there. Not quite sure what the ref saw, but he did see something. Altona will begin proceedings again. Just sprayed wide there by Altona. Throw in Tramontana again. Looking to make it a better throw than the previous one now. Doesn't quite find Connor. Battle for possession. Spills to Gilboy. No, it doesn't. Altona clean up. It's come a long way out of his box. Young Benby safely sees the ball out for a goal kick. Bit of a scramble. This is the reply after a goal scored, Finn. Both teams keen to press the advantage of that particular goal. One needs to stand up and make sure it doesn't happen again, and the other one's pushing forward. So a little bit of a scramble, not too much quality football in that last few minutes. I'm sure it'll settle down again.
Yeah, absolutely. That penalty probably woke Altona City up a little bit. They were looking quite flat, but I guess that's what a goal does in football. It can definitely kind of ignite a side and alert them as to, the deficit they're facing. And it's very well done by O'Keefe. Plays a reverse ball in, and it's Gilboy. 1-on-1 on the edge of the area. Left side. 2 step overs. Cuts in.
Oh, lovely
Short
ball.
pass. Oh, and it's just wide.
Lovely inside cheeky ball, and Connor O'Keefe there turned on it first time, but just sprayed it wide. But nice build-up play by the 2 British expats.
Good header by Rentakagi, but... Oh, and a bit of an error there by Altona City, and Juventus in a dangerous area can throw the ball in. But, Joe, you must be really pleased by how the side's been playing this second half. But obviously, I think for the game, I think knowing how important this fixture is, I think they've definitely showed up tonight and obviously played really well so far, I've thought.
Well, they have done, and can't really fault their effort all year has been quite solid. Just haven't got the results at home that we probably deserved, and we let a couple of sides back into the contest when we didn't need to, and they all chip away at your points tally, and the boys know that. But as I say, you play football for a competitive reason, and they're giving their best today, and that's all we can ever ask for.
Luka Jovic dispossessed now, and Lamb can generate an attack for Altona City, and that's offside. And Nicola Simioy can...
Aresti takes 1 step backwards and 2 steps forward, and is a metre offside. So it's good play there by the black and white defenders. Into the 72nd minute now.
Greg Samoa warming up for Juve, and obviously he's another beneficial kind of import for you guys. Obviously, in pre-season, I actually saw him playing at Box Hill, and he scored a hat-trick when I saw him at a pre-season friendly, but obviously he's another one that you guys would be grateful to probably have your hands on.
He's had a good season, Greg. He's a goal scorer.
Nicola Simioy with a wayward ball, but well negotiated by Gazelle, and Altona City could be out here, and the foot race is on. Gazelle tracks back very well, and unlucky not to win the ball back, but Altona City look to switch it, and danger averted for now, and Takagi.
There's a bit of space here for Connor O'Keefe.
Oh, an offside.
Looked tight, but got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Linesman's on the spot. I thought the cross ball over to Connor O'Keefe might have been the best option there.
Yeah, they seem to not be hitting that switch as much as probably what
we have done in the past.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's ability just to lower your eyes and see what's happening.
Urbina dispossessed by the Altona City captain in Slovenia, and Altona City could have a chance, and it's very well blocked.
As well as had a couple of men running in late there, Altona. Don't want to see the ball come across when that happens.
Ball whipped in and well cleared by Juve, and Altona City through Lamb look to swing it back in.
Just over. A little bit unchallenged there, so disappointed with that effort. Went over, had plenty of time to direct the ball and goal. Lovely ball by Nassep out wide.
I couldn't help but noticing there's 3 players in the Brunswick Juve squad who are formerly of Altona City. I've just obviously Altona City seems to have been a stomping ground for those kind of,
Yes,
incoming signings.
We're not discriminatory on where they come from if they want to join. I've probably been in the coach's stable at some stage, I would suggest.
Altona City could be in here, and it's an excellent block. And it's
Lovely
Simioi.
block.
That is a game-saving block.
Yeah, the skipper standing tall. Standing tall when it's on the line. Young Nick Simioi, been with the club since a 14-year-old. Missed a couple of seasons with Melbourne City. Little triage exercise with Avondale, and back he came, but fits easily into the armband, Nick Simioi, as does the entire family.
And cleared by Josh Urbina. And so since 14, wow, that's a great tenure for Simioi. And
Very much so.
see,
And as I say, we like to see him progress. So I think he had 4 or 5 starts for Melbourne City's first team under Van Skip.
oh, Takagi. Oh, and just doesn't get it right. Probably aiming.
Oh,
Oh, but he finds himself on the ball again.
Gets a second chance. O'Keefe in a bit of confidence. Lovely strike.
And O'Keefe and Takagi combining there in a good effort on goal there, but parried away by
Josh
Dale.
Urbina just on his haunches a little bit. Maybe been a little bit more proactive there. That was a tap out from the keeper, trying to keep the ball out of the net. Football's a game of dares and putting yourself in the position to actually reap some rewards.
Absolutely.
Nice byplay there. Just grown in confidence since that goal, Connor O'Keefe, and pleased for the young man. Hard switching over in the mid-season window with only 7 games to go, so he's adapted really well. Fine character, so fits in easily. Nice to see him get a just reward with the goal tonight.
Meanwhile, Ben Bowler for Altona City being withdrawn, the scorer of the penalty, and another substitution looms shortly as Greg Samoa has removed the bib, and he'll be coming on for Juventus shortly.
As Connor O'Keefe does make his way, so, or does he? No, he's still on the pitch. Nothing doing yet. Not quite sure what's happened there. Will they do it now? No, we're going to wait. Maybe wait until this forward thrust is over. Hopefully with a goal. You've not detected any sign of bias in the commentary so far, Finn, have you?
No, not at all. No.
We've been trying very hard not to do that this season.
Meanwhile, Altona City with an attack for themselves, and a shot comes in, but it's a strong hand from Ben Nassiep, and
Good
that's
save.
probably the first major intervention I'd say he's had to make tonight, but he's done well.
Been well, standing up when it's needed. That'll give the young man some confidence.
And it was Bess Vanovsky coming on for Altona City, obviously one of the younger players of their squad, causing some danger, but yeah, only 2 years younger than him, I believe. Ben Nassiep, the goalkeeper of Juve, standing tall. And
Young Beshanovsky's got a proud lineage there. Dad Sash was an absolute superstar for Altona. The Magic, that is.
any relation to the Melbourne City youngster Bess Vanovsky?
Not 100% sure
Yeah.
on that, but I can tell you Sash Beshanovsky was just a brute and marvel of a player. Silky touch, strength, endurance, could score goals from any situation. Tried many a time to get him over here in the black and white shirt, and lovely man, as always. We greeted each other in the hallway earlier. He never forgets a face, and that's sort of one of the reasons why you play football, Finn.
Absolutely, and a double change coming here for Juve, and
This time O'Keefe goes off. Simioa comes on, Greg Samoa, and is it Lockie Campbell's come on as well? Didn't quite catch who went off. for Lockie Campbell. Connor O'Keefe went off definitely. We'll pick it up in play, I'm sure.
I couldn't help but noticing Joshua Urbina moving over to the left wing now, and obviously as a left footer, I noticed last week against Werribee he had a big chance towards the end of the game on that left foot and just saved by the keeper, but I thought he got himself into a very dangerous position last week, taking a good touch out of the sky.
Both him and Sanchez made a big difference when they came on. Just unfortunate we didn't
And
get
here's
the
Gilboy.
result.
Gilboy marauding down the right wing, and he's going to get there too. Beats his man, and he's won a corner, and great job. And Gilboy's been fantastic so far tonight, and obviously I think he'll have the praise of the committee and co at the Black and White, and he's been fantastic.
I'm not quite sure how the votes are trending, but he's certainly put in a big effort this year. Lewis Gilboy, his goal against Box Hill, he would have run about 150 metres with the ball, zigzagging in and out of danger to unleash from just outside the box. Is one of the goals of the season for me.
Ball whipped in. It's cleared by Altona, but it comes out. Oh, and a sighter coming there through.
Tramontana just got under it slightly. The youngster, another homegrown product, been at the club for a number of years, scooted away to join Western United for a couple of seasons and back again. Technically a good youngster.
Yeah, I remember seeing him even a few years ago when he was at Preston Lions, and definitely really impressive.
First one back, correct. And I've just had it confirmed to me that, yes, Bechanovsky's brother is at Melbourne City. So thank you very much to Morris Bellasoni from Crocams, another major sponsor of the Black and White group for generations.
Well, that's definitely on the ball. He's very on the ball there. That's amazing. But yeah, I actually...
I'm just impressed that they're listening.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, with OnFlow Media, actually, called Beskanovsky's goal against St Albans, which, actually ended up on the on Alessandro Diamante's Instagram, which was, just reminded me of the Beskanovsky name, but obviously the young man...
Sasha was a great player himself, and the genes have obviously rubbed off.
Absolutely.
Kept onside by Aresti.
Oh, narrowly wide there.
Just kept onside by Aresti, just floating back, so... He's a bit fortunate there to get away with that one.
Yazevsky for Altona City coming narrowly wide, but Brunswick Juventus now, as we're entering the 82nd minute, will probably look to... It's hard to say whether, the Black and White are going to slow things down or try and find a fourth, because obviously you can never be too short at the end of these games.
No, you can't. I don't like to see us sitting too deep. But that's no reason why you can't defend properly in blocks, so there'll be a bit of both, I'd imagine. If we get the opportunity, another goal will never go astray. He's done a fine job with them in terms of everybody knowing what the deal is and what type of game we play at various stages, so Calandrella's worked really well with the group like that.
On another turnover and a great touch by Gilboy, and he looks to run at his man again. And he crashes into one of the grateful Altona City defenders, but Juve's pressure's been undeniable tonight, and obviously that's probably at least their 6th turnover in their attacking half.
On the front foot, without knowing exactly, but I'm sure the message would have been, don't put pressure on yourself, go out there and enjoy it. Come what may, but we know we give our best and we can't ask for any more. They know they've got talent. It's just a case of getting the job done.
Cut back here. Greg Samoa. It's been blocked.
He scored plenty of goal like that, Greg, on the turn.
And it's a 1-on-1 now. Keeper's come and keeper's missed it. And it's a goal for Altona City, and Day scores, and they mean business, and they retrieve the ball quickly from the net, but a little bit of a mix-up at the back there for Brunswick Juventus. And it's 3-2 Brunswick Juventus.
Goal scorer number 19, Manning Day. Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 2.
Theodore Aresti. There's a big switch of play from the kickoff, and it's a good interception by Tramontana, and Altona City are under a lot of pressure again, and Urbina pickpockets his man, and there's a turnover, and a great intervention by Simioy, and I think Simioy has been fantastic tonight.
He's been very good tonight. They're not going to die wandering, Altona. They'll be pushing to the last minute. Great tackle by Nicky Simioy. This time it's Sanchez coming on for Rintagaki. So previously Kundari had come on. I may have miscalled that one.
Obviously only 5 points behind Altona, Brunswick Juventus, and I think tonight could be, very interesting in the scheme of things, but obviously Altona playing as we speak as well.
They're still 1-0 up in the 84th minute, so Springvale's failed to answer. The situation here is, though, that Zebras will want to maintain the 3 points.
No Mitch Graham tonight, he's
taken an injury, Mitch, and hasn't been himself for the last couple of weeks, but I think he was due to fly out for an appointment which we knew about in the last match or two, but hasn't been physically able to get onto the pitch in the last week or so.
Yeah, great. Jamie Gazelle and Mitch Graham both strike me as kind of similar players, just in the kind of live wire fullback, but obviously
they are. Both can get forward. Both have got good stamina, good engine, and technically sound.
Also missing Jason Zero tonight.
Jason Zero unavailable most of the year, or actually all of the year, apart from pre-season. We had a brilliant pre-season, but took a knock.
Oh, Gilboy with a smart nutmeg, and Samoa finding the marauding left winger for Brunswick Juventus. 1-on-1. And the reverse pass has only found Chris Daya.
He thought Greg Samoa was actually going to run that way, but he didn't. Sanchez may have gone on his own next time.
And Felipe Sanchez moving on to the left wing, I think has just about sent Joshua Urbina into his third different position since coming on, and
Altona desperate, and just as desperate as the black and white horde to get it out. Samoa will see it out. Bit of a late few minutes burst here by Altona trying to get back into the game. Just as keen as Brunswick Juventus to keep them intact.
Well defended there by the Juve man, but it falls to Lamb. Lamb on the edge of the area, cutting back onto the left foot, a swinging cross. It's seen out just for now for Juve.
Come straight back by the looks of it. Can't quite clear our lines at the moment.
Lamb finding Alvarez, and Alvarez sending the ball onto the roof of Ben Nassiap's net.
And we'll be glad for the little delay as we get the game started again. But a little bit of pressure here. Altona doing their best to get on equal terms. The Zebras keen to hang on. Vital 3 points.
Felipe Sanchez, could you tell us something more about Sanchez? Just I'm quite intrigued. Obviously, seems like a younger sort of winger.
He is. He's been here for a couple of seasons now. This is his second season on the trot. Played NPL with Melbourne Knights. possibly a fraction young still at those days, but has blossomed. He's got very good technically. Very good technically. Had a good pre-season, which thrust him into the limelight a bit, but has been used on and off the bench, sometimes started, sometimes not. So the squad rotation has been excellent, and every player has to guess and has to put in his best to ensure that he's actually a starter. As Altona just nod one over the bar. So another bit of relief there as we tick into the 90th minute mark. It'd be interesting to see how much it comes the lights. Not actually shown yet, so we don't know how many minutes to go. As soon as we tick over to the 91st, we'll know. Nassiep, driving left foot, looks to get it as clear as he can.
His longest boot of the night, I'd say, that last one from Nassiep, and obviously looking to see out what will be the first win in 5 games for Juventus. And there'll be 5 added minutes here at CB Smith.
5 minutes. Here we are. Be a nervous, anxious 5 minutes for me, but I'm sure the boys, it'll just be another game. We get the run of the green, and it's Zebra's throw-in. Too far for Rubina.
Matthew Kundari thrust into the action in the middle of the park there, and obviously formerly of St Albans, but he finds himself on the ball late and nothing doing for Gilboy, and Altona City look to chip the ball forward, and it's cleared for now. Somewhat of a mistouch, but the ball's thrust into the night sky, and Theodore Oresti yet again throws himself into the contest, and
we're absorbing a fair amount of pressure here.
Ball comes in, a header. Oh, and it's offside.
It's offside.
And it won't be the equaliser as an offside spares Juve's blushes here in the 90th.
Yep. I just mentioned that we're absorbing quite a bit of pressure here at the moment, Finn, and I'm glad that was offside. Just throwing caution to the wind by... Oh, there's a bit of some sort of little dust-up touchline. I'm sure the officials have got it under control. Marshals at the ready.
They're not shy of a yellow card, Altona City, and it looks like that might even be extended onto their technical area right now, but hopefully things can be sorted out.
Yeah, somebody's received their marching orders. Somebody's received their marching orders, and to add to the frustration, it seems to be he's going to be escorted through the middle of the ground. Oh, both gaffers by the looks of it, or at least... A little bit of discussion still happening here. It's not a savoury scenario. Okay, they're all friends. That's all right. Looks like Mick Calendrella's been escorted off the ground, and a couple of Altona City people as well. Not too much in it, but red cards are red cards.
Calendrella will have to... Obviously, Michael will have to watch his side from the sidelines for these last few moments, but he'll have to keep his fingers crossed on the other side of the pitch now.
He's okay. Some of the officials gather around.
Ben Nassiep to get us underway again and clear his lines. Samoa in a 2v1. And Juventus could be through here. Oh, a smart ball with a little bit too much on it, straight into the
Just a bit too
grateful
straight
hands.
there. Looking for Gilboy as Altona spread forward. Campbell didn't quite get hold of that one. Does enough to get it forward. Gilboy hoiks it up high. Samoa doesn't really trap it.
Sanchez is on the case as well, and they've won a throw in Juve, and it's in a promising spot for the boys in black and white. And
It'd suffice to see the clock run down, Finn, at the very least. As we just stroll into the archives here to see what's happening at the other side of the city in the metropolitan zone. And we find that Eltham Redbacks has actually scored a second goal. So Eltham Redbacks look like they're going to triumph over Springvale White Eagles. Not the scoreboard the black and whites were after tonight, but nonetheless.
definitely not, yeah. Springvale not doing their side of the bargain, so to speak, but I think the most important thing at the moment is the black and white have put themselves in a good position to run away with 3 points, but hopefully they can see out these final moments.
Brunswick Juventus play Eltham Redbacks next week, Friday night on the synthetic at Eltham, and the following week against the already promoted North Geelong Warriors away. A big couple of weeks coming up. We'll see where the die casts us after that.
And Urbina breaking away there, and it's a yellow card for the score a day for Altona City, and yet another yellow card for Altona City, and obviously, thankfully not the case at Brunswick Juventus, but Altona City, yeah, definitely not shy of yellow cards, and their tally grows to over into the 110s as a team now, and Brunswick Juventus with a few players on 3 themselves, but thankfully not in immediate danger.
In the danger zone. It does happen with football. Yellow cards are... I find it a bit iffy that the Federation wants to fine yellow cards when it's part of the game, and fouls are unintended consequences. Red cards are a different story.
Absolutely.
5 minutes is up, so we're obviously playing in the time wasted routine at the moment.
Oh, Gilboy with a great move. And he's evaded 2 men now, and Gilboy looking to get to the byline, and he's kept it in, and hopefully he can chew some seconds off the clock. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And Brunswick Juventus have come away with a crucial victory in the scheme of the VPL 2-men series. Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 2.
Final score, Brunswick Juventus 3, Altona City 2. Patrons are reminded accredited personnel only onto the pitch, and Football Victoria Code of Conduct rules apply.
Thank you, Finn, for entertaining me for 45 minutes, and likewise Fulvio in the first 45 minutes. We hope to see you again, and thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. It's been really enjoyable, and yeah, I really hope to see Brunswick Juventus in the promotion spot, and also, and if not, even in the, they will be looking to play finals. So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks very much. Thanks for your company,
again, Finn.
And thanks for tuning in on Flow Media. Thank you for watching Black and White TV, and one last thank you to Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market, a family-owned and operated business. For all your range of quality meats and sausages, please visit Joe and the family at Joe's Quality Corner at Preston Market. I'm Finn William for On Flow Media. We've been joined by Flavio and Joe Sala, and on behalf of Brunswick Juventus, thank you and good night.